Hello students, how are you all? I hope all of you are fine and safe at your home. I am your mentor Shobna Manlik to teach you chapter 13 sound. In last video lecture, we learnt about how human ear works and how humans are able to listen sound. So in this video lecture, we would be learning some basic terms required to understand how the sound wave propagates, what the sound wave is. So some of its characteristics that we would be discussing in this video lecture. Okay students, in last video lecture it was human ear structure where some important points were there, some important terms regarding human ear were there. Do you remember that terms? In how many parts we can divide human ear? Yes, three parts: outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear. What was the another name for our outer human ear? Yes, that was pinna. Then what was another name for eardrum? It was tympanic membrane, right? And which nerve converts that sound waves into signals and just sends it to the brain? Yes, that is auditory nerve. Okay, so this is how human ear structure and its important points are there. In this video lecture we would be discussing sound wave characteristics, amplitude, time period, and frequency of vibration. We have learned that to and fro motion of an object is known as vibration. What is to and fro motion, students? Means someone or something is moving forward and backward, or you can say up and down, or side by side movement. Means same type of motion is being repeated, and this motion is also called oscillatory motion. You have learnt in earlier classes about oscillatory motion and its time period. So oscillatory motion, it's a kind of to and fro motion, and time period is when it takes time it taken by that particular object to complete one oscillation. So number of oscillations per seconds is called frequency of oscillation. Very important term students. What is frequency? Frequency is number of oscillations done in 1 seconds. एक सेकंड में जितने भी oscillations होते हैं, that is frequency. So frequency is expressed in hertz. To determine frequency, to denote frequency, the unit is hertz. Like unit for length is meter, likewise unit for frequency it is hertz. Frequency of 1 hertz is 1 oscillation per second. Okay? If an object oscillates 20 times in 1 second, then what would be its frequency, students? एक सेकेंड में अगर 20 टाइम्स ऑसिलेट होता है तो its frequency is 20 hertz. Yes, if in 1 second it is 1 oscillation, then 1 hertz frequency. So same way, in 1 second if it oscillates 20 times, then we can say its frequency is 20 hertz. Got it? You can recognize many familiar sounds without seeing the objects producing them. Okay? How is it possible? Sound must be different to enable you to recognize them. So, have you ever thought what factors make them different? So, that factor we would be discussing. First one is amplitude. So, amplitude and frequency are two important properties of any sound. Okay, we will see these terms in detail after we discuss this based on textbook text. Okay, first of all we will discuss these points in textbook, and then we would move to detailed explanation in PPT. Okay. So amplitude and frequency are two important properties of any sound. So can we differentiate sound on the basis of amplitude and frequency? Answer is yes. Based on amplitude and frequency, sound can be differentiated. Loudness and pitch. So what is loudness? The amount of sensation it produces on our ear, that is loudness. And sensation which produced on our ear, that is pitch. Some sound are so loud but they are not clear, and some sound are slow but still they are clear enough to understand. Okay, so let us learn about these terms. For that you are given one activity 13.11. So in this activity you need to take a metallic tumbler and a tablespoon. Strike the tablespoon gently at the brim of the tumbler. So this type of tumbler you will take, and on the brim of tumbler you will just try to hit that tablespoon. Now after doing so, hear the sound produced, and now bang the spoon on the tumbler and hear the sound produced again. Is sound louder when the tumbler is struck hard? Yes, its loudness increases when you do so. When you hit the spoon on the brim of tumbler, sound would be normal, and then when you struck hard, at that time the sound is quite louder. Now you suspend a small thermocol ball touching the rim of tumbler and vibrate the tumbler by striking it. See how far the ball is displaced. The displacement of ball is measure of the amplitude of vibration of tumbler. Okay. So what is amplitude? Amplitude is displacement of object by vibration. Okay, and that vibration is due to sound waves. Okay. Now strike the tumbler gently and then little harder. Compare the amplitudes. Do you see any changes in both cases? So yes, when sound is louder, amplitude would be more. And when sound is feeble or say not much louder, then at that time amplitude would be slow, or say amplitude would be less. So what you can say, loudness of sound is proportional to square of amplitude of vibration. This is the rule, right? Okay. The loudness of sound is proportional to the square of amplitude of the vibration producing the sound. If the amplitude becomes twice, then loudness increases by factor of 4. It would increase in factor of its square. Got it? Loudness is expressed in a unit called decibel. Okay, so decibel is the unit to measure loudness of sound, and here some example of that sounds are given. Which gives different amount of sounds. So here normal breathing, it's 10 decibel, soft whisper, it's 30 decibel, normal conversation, it's 60 decibel, busy traffic, it's 70 decibel, average factory, it's 80 decibel. So above 80 decibel, the noise becomes physically painful. Here some examples are given. So if sound is in normal range, then human can listen it carefully uh, without any pain or problem. But if sound becomes loud, then it becomes noise. It's not a sound. Okay, so that becomes painful to our ear. We need to cover our ear. Okay. So loudness of sound depends on its amplitude. When the amplitude of vibration is large, the sound produced is loud. When the amplitude is small, the sound produced is feeble. Feeble means it's not clear to our ear, or say it's faint sound. Okay, students? Now, compare the sound of a baby with that of an adult. Is there any difference? Even if two sounds are equally loud, they differ in some way. Let us see how. Now, Bujo is having a question, or say he's wondering about something, that why my voice is different that of my teacher. So here the reason is frequency, or say pitch of a sound, that is different in each and every case. Even if sound are equally loud, their pitch is different. So the frequency determines the shrillness or pitch of a sound. If the frequency of vibration is higher, we say that the sound is shrill and has a higher pitch. Means frequency determines the shrillness or pitch of a sound. If frequency of vibration is higher, then pitch is also higher, or say clarity of that sound is greater. And if frequency of vibration is lower, we say that sound is lower pitch. Okay. For example, drum vibrates with low frequency, so it produces a low pitch sound, you can say. Let us move on next page. So a drum लो फ्रीक्वेंसी से वाइब्रेट होता है तो वो लो फ्रीक्वेंसी का, लो पिच का साउंड जनरेट करता है. On the other hand, whistle has a high frequency and therefore it produces sound of higher pitch. Okay, if you hear drum sound and if you hear whistle sound, which one is more high pitch sound, you can say, which produces more sensation to your ear? सो ड्रम से ज़्यादा विसल की आवाज़ जो है वो ज़्यादा सेंसेशन क्रिएट करती है ईयर्स पे. दैट मीन्स इट इज़ हाई पिच साउंड. ओके, सो यू कैन से दैट फ्रीक्वेंसी एंड पिच आर इक्वली प्रोपोर्शनल. इफ फ्रीक्वेंसी इंक्रीजेस, पिच इंक्रीजेस. A bird makes a high pitch sound whereas a lion makes low pitch roar. Okay, its sound is quite thick sound, you can say, a low pitch sound. And a bird, it makes high pitch sound, which is creating more sensation to our ears. However, the roar of lion is very loud while the sound of bird is quite feeble. Okay, so now you understand that loud sound doesn't say that it is high pitch sound. Okay, sometimes loud sound are also low pitch sound. Okay, loud sound means its loudness is more, and high pitch sound means its clarity is more. You can listen to that voice clearly. कभी आपके साथ ऐसा हुआ है कि कई बार बहुत ज़्यादा लाउड साउंड होने के बावजूद भी आपको क्लियरली सुनाई ना देता हो, समझाई ना देता हो कि क्या हो रहा है, क्या. कई बार कोई व्यक्ति बोल रहा है, तब आपको ऐसा लगा होगा कई बार कि बहुत ऊंची सुर में बोलने के बावजूद भी आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि सामने वाला क्या कह रहा है. दैट मीन्स दैट पर्सन्स वॉइस इज लो पिच वॉइस. लाउड है बट पिच उसकी ज़्यादा नहीं है, ईयर पर वो सेंसेशन क्रिएट नहीं कर रहा. और कई बार ऐसा होता है कि कोई एकदम धीमी स्वर में बोलता है बट वो एकदम से सुनाई देता है, अच्छे से समझाई देता है. दैट मीन्स इट इज़ हाई पिच साउंड. ओके, मोस्टली इट हैपन्स दैट मेल वॉइस is not that clear to understand, but female voice, it is feeble but it is clear to understand. Okay, so same way lion roar is loud but low pitch, and bird voice is less loud but it is quite feeble, and it is high pitch sound, so it is easy to understand. So every day you hear the voices of children and adults. Do you find any difference in their voices? So answer is yes. Adult voices are low pitch while children, their voices, they are high pitch. Can you say that frequency of voice of child is higher than that of adult? Yes. Usually voice of woman has higher frequency than that of a man. And that is why women's voice are sweeter compared to men's voice. Okay. And also one more important point, that is audible and inaudible sounds. So we know that some sounds can be easily heard and some cannot. So sound which can be easily heard, they are between the range of 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, or you can say 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. That is audible frequency that human ear can listen. Okay. But some animals, they can hear sounds of frequency higher than 20,000 hertz. Dogs, they having this ability, and that is why in police force they are using dogs. Okay, so they can listen to the whistles. Okay, high frequency whistles which dogs can hear but humans can not. That whistles are also special, which is used for these dogs only. And ultrasound equipments, which is familiar to us for investigating and tracking medical problems. Sonography, in sonography, that ultrasound is used. So it also works at higher frequency, greater than 20,000 hertz. Okay, so that are higher frequency uh, voices. Sound which is heard by human ear and which is in range of 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, that are audible sound. Okay, or you can say sonic sound. And sound which is having greater frequency than 20,000 hertz, that is supersonic sound, or you can say ultrasonic sound. And sound which is having frequency less than 20 hertz, which cannot be heard by human ear, it is too low to be heard by human ear, that is infrasonic sound. Okay, so three categories of sounds are there: infrasonic, ultrasonic and sonic, or you can say audible sound. So three types of sounds are there, basically audible and inaudible for us human being, but actually three types. Sounds which are having frequency less than 20 hertz, that is infrasonic sound, which is not heard by human ear. Human can hear sound between 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, or say 20,000 hertz. Okay, so that is audible frequency sound which can be heard by human ear. And sound which is having frequency greater than 20 kilohertz, that are um, ultrasonic sound, which are also not heard by human ear. Okay, so dogs can listen to that sound. So I hope points till here are quite clear to you. If you find any query, you can drop me a message. So we'll see you in next video lecture. Till then, stay safe and stay home. Okay, students, thank you.